that our hero Joan has with the female main character Pyrrha, because she's
Okay.
like she basically trains him.
She's new to me.
Oh yeah, because I only explained like him getting um sent over,
And I'm
but
streaming
basically
now,
she's
just FYI. This is
okay.
from henceforth. It is
All right,
streaming.
so
But yeah, no, that's cool. Keep going.
she's a basketball superstar. Like think Caitlin Clark. That's kind of who she's.
Mhm. 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 Hmm. Right, because he didn't have like any kind of skills. Mhm. Mhm. I bet. I bet. Well, okay. I think the one thing that I um have maybe missed in this is how you went from June being like so bad to still being chosen for this scholarship. So like I was wondering
Oh,
what sorry, go
oh
ahead.
yeah, yeah. So I did. I think the day after I continued a bit on that, and
Okay.
I let me go to the prologue, and I basically tell the reader, well, the Ozpin and Crow tell, well, mostly Ozpin
Mhm.
tells um the readers what he thinks of Joan and why he stuck out basically.
Okay.
And let me find it. So Crow says, so this Delon kid looks legit, right?
Mhm.
Remember Delon, he's like
The
the
Dylon
Hooper
Dylon.
Sleeper.
Yeah.
He's been trained since a kid. He's pretty tall, but not super tall. But he's got all the skills. He's got all the handles.
Mhm.
So this Delon kid looks legit, right? Said Crow, as the kid had over half the team's points. Nothing special. He made one good pass all game.
Mm.
You and your obsession with passing, man. I get it. Don't get me wrong, but even I can understand the importance of a bucket getter. Crow thought for a second. Then again, the blonde guarding him looks like it's his first time on a basketball court. I like what I'm seeing from him. You're kidding, right? He's even worse than the 5'8" Latino kid. At least he can shoot. He's been putting in the most effort by far, and he's doing a damn good job staying with Dellin, despite the obvious lack of experience.
Mm.
His failures are coming from a technical standpoint, and he has certain things that you can't teach. Right at that moment, Joan dived on a loose ball, saving his team a possession. Sure, he's got a hustle, but he's not even a great athlete. He's pretty scrawny.
Hmm.
You see a slim frame. I see a slim frame that can put on weight. Plus, athleticism isn't height and weight. He's obviously fast. He's got endurance. He's quick on his feet. He's got fluid hips, long arms, some serious bounce. He puts on some weight, and we're talking about a prototypical defensive two. He's just, Osmond hesitated, untrained.
Hmm.
So that's kind of the what Osmond sees. But
Okay.
Crow just sees what everyone else sees, that he's, not that good. But
Good, good. No, I
Ozpin likes,
I like that. And Aspen like us what now? Sorry.
well, yeah, like basically what I just said is, like his latent athletic profile,
Mm-hmm.
because athleticism isn't just how much you could bench or whatnot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things that go into it, and Ozpin seeing like the layer, because I don't know if I told you, but Joan has a track and field background, and like
Yeah, you
track cross
mentioned that.
country.
You
Yeah.
mentioned that. Yeah.
So he's got speed, and quickness is something we'll work on.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
you know what it reminds me of a lot is a very, I'm not gonna say common, but I guess a trope in stories is like the whole Pygmalion, My Fair Lady kind of a thing where you have this girl or guy who's like, like you have the girl and she's a nerd, but as
yeah,
soon as
and
she
then you like
takes off the
transform them.
glasses. Exactly. So I kind of
Yeah.
feel like June's gonna be like your Pygmalion kind of character. So that's kind of dope. Um,
Pygmalion takes me back
I
to
know like that, like middle
being-
school, right?
yeah. For me, that was like, I want to say junior year of high school.
Oh
I don't.
wow.
I think I was supposed to read it, but I don't think I did.
It's
I
interesting.
remember.
I mean, again, so many stories are layered on that. Even like Shakespeare, Much Ado About Nothing, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool how, you know, I like that you're borrowing from, um, again, I guess like like pieces of stories that work, pieces of stories that people can immediately resonate with and identify themselves in. So like, it's really, really a good concept. And then to like apply the fantasy sports angle, like that's really unexpected. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm here for it. But
So
yeah.
um that's like why he gets the initial chance.
Mhm.
But remember, it's just a chance. He still has to make the team. So
Right, right.
that's that's what his training with Pyrrha is. And also it borrows from the original Ruby show. So
Mhm.
basically, in it, Pyrrha is this prodigious talent. She's the best fighter of her generation. She's never lost a fight. She's known as the invincible girl,
Mhm.
and everyone kind of worships her, and nobody like speaks to her really, because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, she's just a girl. But
Ah.
everyone treats her like a goddess, and it's different with Joan, because he doesn't know who she is, and he just treats her like a normal person, and she's endeared to that. And
Aw.
then he cheats his way into Beacon in the original story. I
Really?
didn't I didn't take that, because I don't know how you would do that. Like make AI generated basketball uh clips or something. Like I
Right,
couldn't
like,
figure out a way to
how do
do
you cheat? Yeah, you can't.
that.
There's no plus
But
also, I think it's safe to drop that element because I think when you have like, is June the main character in Ruby?
no, he's kind of like the um how would you call it? He's like the way for the reader to be introduced. Like he doesn't know anything.
Mm.
So as they
Uh,
teach Joan things, they teach the audience things.
like a foil or like a
Like I forget the
everyman? Kinda
word.
trying to think of.
Yeah, he's like a everyman kind of guy.
Okay.
Um
Well, I think that's a
but
huge shift then. If he's now your protagonist, he cannot cheat. You cannot like the protagonist has to have this moral fiber that's, un unquestioned. Like, or if you're going to question it, then, that's part of the plot. Like, okay, well, oh, you find out that you thought he was cheating, but really he was helping somebody, like it's just you can't do that with your protagonist. So, so I think you made the really, really smart choice there, not only for technicalities, like, yeah, again, I don't see how you could cheat, but also just the fact that, like, your protagonist has to have this veneer or sheen to them of, strong moral fiber. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I feel you. Um, yeah, well, so what are you working on today? Just kind of continuing the story, or is there a particular segment you're gonna try to work through?
So Pyrrha ends up training Joan in fighting in the original show,
Mhm.
and she ends up training him in basketball in this story.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I kind of I divvied it up into days. So and like fundamental skills in basketball and fundamental concepts. And
Mhm.
she is basically explaining the theory and ends up making drills for him.
Mhm.
So for instance, Monday is passing. It's all about getting the ball to where you want to be and creating advantages by passing.
Okay.
And Tuesday is dribbling because he kind of sucks at dribbling. He doesn't know how to do it. Thursday is off ball movement. So, like running around and getting to a good spot where a teammate can find you for a pass,
Mhm.
getting to high value
Like
spots.
positions, yeah.
Friday is for finishing. So, like layups, dunks, and all the different types of layups, scoop layups, sweeping layups,
Mhm.
reverse, left hand, right hand, all that good stuff.
Can I ask
And
you a
then
question? I'm sorry. No,
mhm,
go ahead and finish what you were sharing. What was the last one?
Saturday, last one is Saturday is for shooting, which I'm having the most trouble with
Well, like,
because it's hard.
is your tell me who your audience is. Like, if this is a story you're just writing for you, cool. But otherwise, if is this a
Well,
story you're, yeah, hoping to,
I'm gonna post it on AO3
yeah.
eventually,
Mhm.
but it's mostly for me because I don't think like this is a and I still haven't figured out the romance elements
Mhm.
yet. I know two girls are gonna be like main love interests,
Mm. Pyrrha and
and
somebody else, or not her?
yeah, Pyrrha is one of them.
Okay.
Um, but it's kind of like there's a community on AO3 that does Joan X harem stories, and he basically has
Now, is
like he has a
harem a
harem.
person or the harem, or he has a harem?
He has a harem, and it's a pretty decent. Like this one story
Uh,
that I follow has like 1,000 kudos or something
oh my
on AO3.
gosh.
So
That's
it's,
crazy. AO3 is crazy. I love it. Okay. So,
it's
the only reason I was asking that is because
yeah,
I,
this thing has 4,000 kudos actually.
oh,
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. I love that. I love that there's like something for everyone. You can be as nichey as you want to, and you'll have like so many people who are right there with you. Um, but like again, if you're writing for yourself, this is probably not super important to keep top of mind. But like if you're trying to appeal to a particular audience, um, just try to keep in mind, like if you're trying to appeal to people who are more into the sports element, then awesome. You can be as detailed as you want and kind of get into some maybe like jargon that people who understand basketball might know, even though the regular person might not, like a pick or a layup, even something like that. Like I know I should probably be your benchmark for sports. Like if I know what it is, okay, it's probably safe. But if your audience is more like for Ruby fans, then you might not need to go into so much detail about who Pyrrha is or who Crow is or whatever the case is. So like, cool. But if you're looking for like the people who would be interested in that um fantasy side of it, then again, you might want to tone down the sports focus, not like diminish it, but just be aware of who's reading it and say, okay, well maybe these people might not know what
Yeah,
like what did you just say?
off ball movement.
Off ball movement, like like I can context clue it, but it was so helpful when you were like, yeah, the things that you do to get to the good position to get a ball or to help your teammates, like just keeping in mind having those little pieces for people like that. But again, it just depends on who you're writing this to read, like who's you're writing this, who you want to read it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's something I've thought about because like there's no shot someone like actually is gonna critique um my work on a basketball level. Like the odds that someone who knows basketball on a granular level. So I
Right.
like I could just kind of bullshit, not bullshit, but like skip past certain details and make it more digestible. But part of me wants to see because it's basically like building um the sport up from nothing
Mhm.
to Joan. So everything is explained.
Oh, like
So
anyway, for him.
question every question that the audience might have, Joan also has.
Oh,
So it's kind of like teaching basketball to the reader at the same time.
nice, nice.
And then yeah, well, like obviously I don't know whether they're gonna care, but hopefully they do.
I
And
think they
hopefully they get
will.
invested enough.
I think they will because like it sounds like you're keeping that in mind. Again, you're keeping the reader in mind. And so like I like that it sounds like Jung is like the everyman in Ruby, and you're kind of making him the accessible everyman in this, even though he's a protagonist. So I like that you're keeping those elements. Like you said, like you're training your reader just as much as you're training him. So like that's really, really clever. Um, yeah, I definitely think there's merit to that. So I'm excited to hear how this goes. I think you handled the kinda elephant in the room of like, okay, well, how did this guy get through if he's so bad? By not only explaining what, um, oh gosh,
Osprey.
Osmond, what Osmond saw in him, but also by kind of giving it this trials, like it's not like he's a shoe-in, he still has to work, he still has to learn in order to actually make the team. So like, I think you're
Trial by fire.
right, right. You're hitting all the points. You're kind of you're creating the tension, um, but you're also like kind of giving the out in advance. Like there's a valve for the tension that you're building. That's nice to, keep in mind as a writer. Like as a reader, they don't need to know like that the tension will be released, like he's gonna get training, he's gonna all those latent skills that he has will start to come and help him. Um yeah, so I just like that you're structuring this very well. So I'm excited. I think it's great. But with that, let's go ahead and get to it. So like I'm already like in it. I'm like, yes, please keep going so I can know what happens. But let's go ahead and put about let's see. Where are we at? Because I started us so late. I'm sorry. But let's do about an hour. let's do about an hour, and then we could just check in and see where we're at. But I'm in a bit of a situation because my sweet husband has started working, and so like it's a school night. I have to take the kids tomorrow to school, so I can't stay up too late. But let's go for about an hour to see how we're feeling. And yeah, I'd love to see what you come up with in that time. So I'll put some music on, and I'm just gonna keep cracking at my little story, and
Bet.
I'll share my screen just in case anybody pops in and wants to see what I'm up to. All right, so let's get again. Really wish we could do the breakbeat. I got dinged so hard though.
when I walk for
Hmm? Okay. I gotta eat, but I'll be back in like 20, 25.
Sure, no worries. Enjoy.
I'm back. Finally.
Hi. Awesome. Just give it maybe another 15, 20. Did you have a nice meal?
Yep, 2 burgers.
Nice. That sounds really good right now. We had lasagna tonight though, so I'm happy. It was awesome.
Can't go wrong either way.
Right? Classics.
Alright, BRB again.
What now? Sorry.
Be right back.
Oh, no problem.
Let it ride for now.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Kino.
Just wait for the tone. The person you're trying to reach is not available right now. If you need further assistance, enter pound now. Please leave your name, number, and a message after the tone. Goodbye.
I can't. I'm not. I just give me a minute, babe. If you know how to open the door, come do it. Lottie, just wait. Hi.
Mm.
Okay. Now let's start to wrap up a bit. Just another minute or two for closing. Find a good place.
Okay.
Excuse me. Alrighty. How are you feeling? How far did you manage to get?
I got like, well, I don't know where I'm going because like, I don't know how much detail I'm gonna go into.
Mhm.
I got like 2 pages
That's
of
excellent.
dialogue.
That's more than me. I don't know if you saw I'm very slow. I'm a very slow writer. But no, that's excellent. Yeah. So are you not comfortable sharing or
I'll read it.
okay? Yeah.
So to set the scene, this is Kira at her private gym with Joan, and she's about to get into the nitty-gritty of teaching him basketball. This is the first day. So, passing, the most valuable skill in the sport, more than shooting, more than rim protection, more than dribbling, more than even scoring as a whole. Really? Yes. Think about it like this. Basketball is a 5 versus 5 game where the goal is to score more than the opponent. The way to do that is to create numerical and positional advantages and then exploit them. The offense has an inherent advantage because they know what they want to do while the opponent has to guess. They have to guard 5 moving pieces at once who can each get a field goal from anywhere within 24 feet or so. And as I say, great offense beats great defense. I get how assists lead to buckets, but how is it more important than actually scoring? Think of passing not as merely getting assists. These are 2 different things. Coaches can design systems for players to form assists by making relatively simple passes, and some great passers don't get the amount of assists you would think. Along that train of thought, not all assists are equal. Passing to an open three-pointer or an open player under the rim is more consistent and valuable than passing to a player who shoots a contested mid-range jumper. That doesn't really answer my question. Sorry for rambling, but imagine a situation like this. Every player's league average. Every player's league average at everything. Passing, rebounding, protecting the rim, you name it. Now let's add a hypothetical player that is elite at one thing and league average at everything else. Wouldn't scoring be the best choice? Easy now. Let's start with rebounding. Sure, an elite rebounder will extract value from getting easy buckets off of offensive boards, and on the other hand, curtailing the opponent's offensive rebounding. But it doesn't change that much on a possession-by-possession basis. Rebounding is inarguably a fundamental skill that everyone must consider, but it doesn't scale compared to most others. Now scoring? Sure. If you take an elite scorer, no matter the position, and plop them into league average defenses, they will certainly thrive. But keep in mind, it's a 5-on-5 sport. There's plenty of counterplay to deal with giant scoring threats. The most obvious one is the double team. Even if both defenders are league average, combining them is usually enough to stymie a great scorer. Well, wouldn't they just pass to the open man? Exactly. The primary counterplay to double teams is just that, passing, which is a whole different skill. A league average passer will not be able to punish double teams in the same way an elite passer can. But can't an elite scorer beat double teams? On some possessions, sure. Double teams can be split, blown by, foul baited, or backed into. But over the course of 75 or so possessions, the defense is winning that battle. Well, if we're dealing with hypotheticals, wouldn't scoring be the best because they could just make a 3 every time? It's a useful hypothetical. Obviously, if we're dealing with perfect in everything, then making 80-foot fadeaway threes every time is most valuable. But humans aren't perfect. The best scores of all time tend to get 30 even against aggressive defenses, but nowhere close to scoring every possession. I'm starting to see it. Now let's do passing. Passing scales very well because it allows one to maximize the offensive potential of 4 players compared to scoring, which only affects 1. Let's take a scenario and simulate it 100 times. 100? Not an excruciating detail, but imagine this. It's an ISO with the ball handler on the left wing. He has a shooter in the corner to his left, a big man at the dunker spot, and 2 shooters to the right. And that's where I left off.
Okay. And that's him talking to Priya.
Pira, yeah.
Pura, so sorry. Okay. Very cool, very cool. I
Pira's the basketball junkie.
but, like, you could feel that, but I also I think your tactic of teaching the audience or teaching the reader by way of Jung is, like, really, really helpful because I understood everything you just said. And that's shocking to me because I do not like, no care about anything sports related at all. But, like, it made sense, and I was like, "Oh," as a person who likes video games and,
Yeah, like
like,
puzzles.
pool, yeah, like, games of strategy, like, the fact that you moved it into that world was really brilliant. So I'm very happy with what you've done tonight. That's excellent. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, good job, good job.
that's all it is. It's like it's a numbers game.
Mhm,
Well, there's also the aesthetic elements
mhm.
because, I mean, I love sports. So there's like it's an art form in some ways, and then it's a chess match and, a puzzle and everything in between.
Nice,
But yeah,
nice.
I'm just trying to break it down into
Mhm.
digestible little bits,
But you're doing a great
and
job of
then
that. In fact, my husband, who is a sports person, he might be impressed because I'm gonna go up and be like, "Yeah, see, it's not always about trying to make three-pointers," because, people don't even get, like, 30 points a game, on average beyond that kinda level, so, nobody's perfect, so it's a game of strategy. You're trying to look at, what can your assist do? What can you so, like, yeah, I'm gonna hit him with some knowledge, okay? I love it. This is great.
yeah.
But, yeah, I'm happy to go ahead and end our session. We're actually a little bit over, so, but again, that's my fault. I'm so sorry. I got started a little late, but, yeah, I'm happy with what you're doing. Of course, keep going on your own, but hopefully I'll see you back here next Wednesday, and I will figure out the server channel situation because I don't think, like, I don't know because I can't check while I'm streaming, but there's probably people like trying to get in who can't get in, so I will figure that out. Um, I think this is a channel dedicated to events team, and I'm not sure why I was placed here, so I have to go yell at some folks. Hopefully, she won't get too mad at me. But, we'll figure it out, and hopefully, we'll have more people come in because, yeah, the more voices, the more stories we get to hear, and then the more feedback we can give each other. So, yeah, I think that'll do it for this weekly Wednesday writers workshop. Um, but thanks everybody for hanging out on YouTube and Twitch. And also KMAV, of course. Thank you so much for your participation. I feel like you're like a regular now, so I love
Mhm.
seeing how your story's progressing. Um, but yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and close up. But thanks again, man. I really appreciate you.
Alright, thank you,
All right, thanks.
and have a great night.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Alrighty, friends. Thanks so much for watching.